Hi and welcome to the magic video. In this video I'm going to teach you a few card tricks that you can use while you're stuck at home during this COVID-19 outbreak, and you can use these card tricks for the rest of your life. They've handled my entertainment needs anytime I've needed to do the tricks for people, and so I'm going to do the same for you. Now you're going to need a regular deck of cards. The best brand to get you can buy these at Kroger's, Walmart, Walgreens, and CVS. The best brand to get is the Bicycle brand of playing cards. With it, when you get the deck, it comes sealed. You're going to open it up, take out all the cards, and you're going to take the two jokers that are on the bottom and put those back in the box because you don't need those or the box right now. Never throw away the box, though. You need to keep your cards in there and keep them nice and neat and clean. Now, I have a mystical hand that's going to be helping me during this trick. So I'm going to show you the first trick, and then I'm going to show you how to do the trick. But rule number one, never tell anyone the secret to the tricks. I know you're wondering, why am I doing that now? Well, you're taking the time and the energy to actually learn this magic from these video sessions. So you've clicked on a link with the intent of learning magic. Another great place to learn magic tricks is at the library. So when you're bored, go to the library, get magic books, learn new tricks, and you'll always have something you can entertain your friends with, and your family, and any family get-togethers. So here's the trick. You have a regular deck of cards. I have somebody pick a card, look at the card and memorize the card, and then show it to everybody. So I'm going to have her put the card back. That goes there. Now watch very closely. I'm going to wave my hand over the top of the deck, and one card is magically turned over upside down. And I can prove that by picking up all the cards and going through here nice and slow and showing you one card has turned over in the deck. I know what you guys are thinking, though. That's not the right card. Well, that's okay. This is an indicator card. It has 5 spots. So I'm going to count down 5 cards. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, and the 5th card is the chosen card. So now we've got that completely right. And in case you didn't like that trick, I also found the 4 aces. Now this is one of my favorite tricks to do. It's an easy trick to do. A trick almost works itself. What you do to get this ready is you take the 4 aces and you put those on the table, and then you take any 5. I use a dark 5 because it's easier to see in dim lighting. So 5 of spades or 5 of clubs. Put that upside down on top of the 4 aces. Then you take the rest of the deck and put that on top of everything. So now your deck is ready for the trick. The only thing you have to be careful of is not to spread too far so they don't see that card. So you keep a good grip on them and only spread a few off the top. If you can't spread them, that's a great thing to practice. You put your hand under it to hold the deck, put your other hand next to it to catch the cards, and you push them over with your thumb. And that's going to allow you to show a good number of cards that they can pick from. So you have your friend pick the card, you have them look at it and then show it to the camera. In this case, we're showing it to the camera, but you're going to actually have them show it to your friends that are standing around. Because sometimes people forget the card they chose. Or sometimes they'll say, that's not my card, and you have no way of fixing it. But if other people know what the card is, there's no way you can mess this up. So now, while they're showing the card around, you're going to take the top half of the deck, and it's called cutting cards. Take the top half of the deck and set them on the table. You have the helper put their card back face down on that pile of cards, and then you set the rest of the deck right on top of it. What you've done secretly is you put 4 aces and that upside down 5 right above their card. So the card is already 5 cards away from that upside down card. Now, you tell them you're going to make a card turnover in the deck. And I showed you earlier, I showed the wrong card. That's okay, because you never said you're going to turn their card over in the deck. So if they say that's not my card, just say, don't worry, we can continue with the trick. I didn't say I'd make your card turnover, I said I'd make a card turnover, which is exactly what you did. So you spread through here until you find that face-up card. When you find the face-up card, all the cards you spread off go underneath the deck, so everything is back in one hand. Now you watch this card and you don't say anything for a couple seconds. You wait 3 or 4 seconds and somebody's going to go, that's not the card. That's exactly what you want, because this gives you a chance to be the hero and fix the problem. So you say, well, that's not your card. I didn't say yours will turn over, but here it's a counter. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots on that card. And you count down 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are those 4 aces. And then you turn over the top card. That would be the card that they chose. And you say, just in case, I also found the 4 aces. We can do more tricks. Now, that is my favorite card trick to do for any situation. But the cool thing is, with those 4 aces, you're now going to do a different trick. So you show the 4 aces, and you turn those face down on the table, and you're going to deal 3 cards onto each ace. So that's 1, 2, 3, making a pile of 4 cards with the ace on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, another pile, 1, 2, 3, and then the last pile, 1, 2, 3. Now you don't need the rest of the cards for this, so you put them off to the side. So you pick up these cards and you flip them over and show there's an ace on the bottom. Do the same for that one. Do it for that one. Do it for that one. Now here's the fun part. I'm going to deal these back to the table. So it's 1, 2, 3, ace. And could you help her? Can you check that, make sure that's an ace, and show it to the audience? Great. So we're going to put down 1, 2, 3, ace. 1, 2, 3, ace. 1, 2, 3, ace. Now I can show you there's no aces in this pile of cards. And there's no aces in this pile of cards. This is a regular deck set of cards. And this is the ace pile of cards. Now here's the fun part. I'm going to take out that bottom card to show you that's a 5. And over here I'm going to show you that is indeed an ace. I want you to watch close and make that 5 and that ace switch places. You ready? No, 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 no. Kind of silly, isn't it? But it worked. Because what happened is not only did I move the ace and the 5, but I made the aces move to here and the regular cards move to here. So here's what we have. We have 1, 2, 3 regular cards there, and there we have 1, 2, 3 aces to go with the last ace. That makes 4 aces. Now here's the secret. You're going to take those 16 cards, the 4 aces and the regular cards, put the 4 aces face down on the table, and you do that in the open so your audience can see that you're honestly putting the aces on the table. And you put down 1, 2, 3 cards here, make a nice pile. 1, 2, 3 cards here, make a nice pile. 1, 2, 3, and then you deal the last pile is all aces. Now, you're going to pick these up and show there's an ace on the bottom of each pile. That proves the cards are in what they call a cyclical stack, which means it's a revolving stack. Right now, there's 1, 2, 3, ace, then 1, 2, 3, ace, 1, 2, 3, ace, 1, 2, 3, ace. You're going to deal these back out and you're going to count. Regular card, regular card, regular card, that's an ace. And just so your audience can prove that it's an ace and they can satisfy their own suspicions, you take the top card from the deck and you tap the ace pile and say, check that card, make sure it's an ace. And when they reach to pick up that ace, you take that top card and put it on the bottom of the deck instead of on the top. That has now changed everything. So you're going to show to them that it really is an ace, or let them do that for you. Now you're ready. It's going to displace the cards. You're going to put down 1, 2, 3. That's the ace now, and that's a regular card. So you go 1, 2, 3, ace, and you call out aces every time you deal a card on the pile that's supposed to be aces. That's 1, 2, 3, ace. Now you pick up the first row of cards and show them no aces, and you put those down. Pick up the next pile of cards and show them no aces, and you put those down. Pick up this pile and you take out the bottom card. Don't show these cards yet. You set those down. Do the same thing here. You turn over the bottom card and set these right behind it. And you tell them you're going to make that ace and that 8 switch places. This is kind of funny, and your audience is going to laugh because you didn't really do anything. But you go, watch, I'll make them switch places. Then you go, no, 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 no. And you sit back and you just look at them. You say, better yet, though, when they switch places, I also made their card switch places. The aces that were here are now over here, and the aces that were here, or the cards that were here, are now over here. So then you show them these cards as regular cards, turning them over. Then you show these as the 4 aces, finishing up a fantastic trick. Now here's the cool part. You've got 16 cards on the table. You can do one more awesome trick. And this is the last trick I would do for them. I do the 3 tricks in a row, just like I did them for you. And you do the first one, practice that one, where the card flips over in the deck and you have the 4 aces. And then practice the next one where you make the aces move and follow the leader. That's what that trick is called, follow the leader. And then you do this trick here I'm going to show you. This is a fantastic trick, and it's my favorite trick to do when I'm doing card tricks for people and I have time to deal these out on the table. What you have are those 12 cards that you had a moment ago where you turn them all over, they're regular cards. You're going to put the aces in, but put them in face up so that you can see every ace where it goes, just like magic, okay? Now you can shuffle these, and this is what they call an overhand shuffle. This is the easiest way to shuffle a small pile of cards. The way you do that is you hold your hand like a little basket, you lift the cards up and pull some with your thumb as you do, and you let the cards fall. Pick up a few, pick up a few, pick up a few, pick up a few, and you can do that until you run out of cards. Okay? Now, I stopped with an ace on top. I don't like to do that, so I'm going to cut that just like that. So there's no ace on the face of this deck. Now, you're going to deal these out into 4 rows of 4 cards, and you're going to tell them, before you deal out the cards, you're going to turn over the first and third card in the first and the third row, then the second and fourth card in the second and fourth row. And you do this all before you deal out the cards. If you deal out the cards first, you're going to think that you're doing something to really trick them and cheat them, but you're actually doing the dirty work already. You're going to take these and deal them out, and always deal them in a row across. 2, 3, 4. Then the second row across. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see those aces are in different places, even from when you shuffle the cards. And you tell them that you can turn over the first and third card in the first and third row. This is always the first row. So that's always the first card. 1 card here, 1 card here, that's first and third. You flip them over. Then you come to the second row and you go second and fourth. You turn over the second and fourth card. Then back to this row, you turn over first and third. And then back here, turn over second and fourth. Now, as you can see, one of the aces got turned over. Sometimes all the aces get turned over, so it doesn't matter. Now, here are the instructions to make this work. And this thing works automatically with a mathematical principle. You tell your helper that you're going to close these cards down, top down, bottom up, from the right side in or the left side when we turn them in. But everything's going to come together in one pile of cards. That's what we're doing. So, helper, would you like the top to come down, the bottom up, right or left?
Left up.
Left up.
Or
left over?
Left over, yeah.
All right. And we're using my left for this. You notice I'm turning over the card fairly, just one time. All right. So, helper, up, down, left, or right?
Down.
Down. So we'll take all the cards and flip them down onto the row right below them. Okay, we're going to keep doing this. Right or left, up or down?
Right.
Right side's going to be turned over. Get those picked up off this table. That gets flipped over. That gets flipped over, and that gets flipped over. All right, we have right or left, or up or down?
Up.
Up. So up from the bottom. Now we have up or down. We have right or left?
Left.
Left. So all the left cards get turned over. Now we have one choice only, up or down?
Down.
Down. So we go down, going up. Now here's the fun part. This is the best part of this trick. You ready? You snap your fingers if you can. If not, just wave your hand over it and tell them you've made all the aces as the only cards face up in your deck. Now, here is the secret. Here's the secret. Those aces need to be face up in this packet of cards, and they can be shuffled to any position. And you really do flip over the first and third card in the piles, and then you flip over the second and fourth card in the piles. So when you deal these out, it does not matter where those aces show up, because you're going to turn over cards anyway. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting for you, because you are going to learn a really cool mathematical principle. I have no idea what the name of it is, because this trick fooled me when I first learned it. So you're going to tell them you're going to flip over the first and third card in the first and third row, and this is always the first card, and the row farthest away from you to the left. So you flip over the first and third. Simple. You flip over the second and fourth. First and third, second and fourth. Now all you have to do is collapse this into one big pile of cards. If they say up from the bottom, you flip it up this way. If they say left to right, you turn your left to the right. If they say up or down, say they say down on this time, you flip them down. Then you say right or left, or up or down. And they want to go up this time. Then you say right or left. They want to go left. And then they're going to want to go left again. Now, I just flip these over. I know what to look for. If I see regular cards that are showing, I know my aces are face up, facing the other direction. So what I'll do is I'll flip these over in my hand. That way only the aces are the upside down cards. So you tell them to wave. So you're going to wave your hand over the top. Then you spread these out on the table and you show them that only the four aces are the upside down cards, the only thing you have left to show. So I hope you've enjoyed these simple card tricks, and I hope you get a lot of use out of those. And remember, don't stop learning magic. Go to the library, get more magic books, and become a great magician. And practice, practice, practice.